Hi all, Lily here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to process a double declaration. So this is where if you've made a mistake on the commission, or let's say you've got the admin fee and the insurer fee the wrong way around, this is how you can correct that. So it's where the client's paid the correct amount, but there's figures in the background that are incorrect, and that affects you guys. So I'm going to start by sharing my screen, and we're going to work through, let's do a little example together. Okay, so in essence, then with declarations, how it simply works is you've got the plus figure at the moment, which is this new business, which is the 1,220. What you need to do is do the first declaration at a minus to remove that figure. So it will be a minus 1,220. That will then equal each other out, making it 0. And then you'll do your second declaration at the plus, and that is where you make your amendment to whatever was incorrect. If that's your commission, admin fee, or insurer fee, like I previously mentioned. And then the accounts team will then reconcile that for you, and they will continue with the correct figure on the second declaration. So let's work it through together. You're going to be on your new business line. Now, this can be if it's an MTA, it can be from renewal, it can be from whatever line that is live. So it's wherever you need to make the amendment to. So at the moment, let's just pop into the premium summary. So I've got it all written down as so. And at the minute, I've got our commission at 18. So let's say this is incorrect and this needs to be 25. So that's quite a big difference. And we obviously want to make sure you guys are getting the correct amount. So let's make the amendment. So you're going to come into your actions column and you're going to come down to process declaration. You'll get your initial little pop-up. That's fine, it's just saying hasn't paid. You've got your initial little pop-up looks like this. So it's just going to have your effective dates. Make sure those match when the policy went live. You've got your description at the bottom. Now, I always recommend you notifying sort of which one is which. So if you're doing part 1, part 2, whatever you're doing, name it like that. So for example, if I'm doing a commission correction, I'm going to simply put commission correction part 1. Not only does it help you to know which one you're doing first, it also helps accounts as well. And save. Perfect. So when it comes to declarations, you don't touch anything else other than the figures. You leave everything else alone. So you just come into your rating amounts. You're going to double click into it or edit, same thing. It'll bring you to the same page. You're then going to minus everything out. So what I always recommend doing is take a brief note of whatever the premium summary was on that new business line so you can memorize it and you've got it written down somewhere. So I've already taken a little note of what my figures were. So I know it was a minus, I know the commission, the premium was 1,000, so I'm now going to minus 1,000 and it automatically pulls for you commission and save. You then pop into your premium summary to do exactly the same to your figures, to your fees. So if that's your insurer fee or your admin fee. So these are 50, so I'm going to minus them out. So remember, if you're minusing something or removing it, it will need to have a minus sign in front. Perfect. So I've now got the minus 1,220. Now, if you just want to quickly check that against the new business to make sure those are matching, but obviously now at a minus, we always recommend you do that as well. So quick glance, I can see that's all matching and that's everything exactly the same on this one, but just at a minus. Once you've done your figures then, you can run this through the accept wizard, which is exactly what I'm going to do now. So you need to run it through. When you're doing a declaration, you will need to completely run it through to the accept wizard. Run your eye over all of these details. Again, you'll get your doc, so confirming your doc's been sent. It's a bit of a silly question because at this stage, you're just doing a background sort of fix, but you can obviously put that as yes for now and invoice it through. The system will automatically match it up to whatever the payment method was from the new business or whatever line you were on. You want to keep it exactly the same. Do not change it, leave it as it is and run it through. And again, if it was on finance, run it through as finance. If it was card, run it through as card. That is fine. And post your invoice. So you'll know if you've done a declaration correctly because it will have expired next to its name. I know it's a little bit confusing. Normally it's a live, but when a declaration has been done correctly, it will say expire because remember a declaration is done in the background and it doesn't physically affect that new business policy. Now I'll let that load and fingers crossed it won't take too long. She is hoping. There we are. Okay, that took a little bit longer than we initially wanted, but that is fine. You will then get through a credit note just like this. Remember, you don't need to save it back into Acturis. Automatically does it for you. You'll now have that expired declaration there sitting just underneath your new business, which is exactly how you want it to look. So at the moment, you've got the plus with the new business, now the minus. In essence, they've now equaled each other out pretty much to 0. Now you're going to do your second declaration to now do your correction. So you'll have to do your declaration from the new business line or from the original line you had it from. You won't be able to do it next to that declaration. You will need to do it from the original line. And now it's the second one you're working on. So again, into your actions column, process declaration. Again, the effective dates will match up, which is perfect. Policy description. This is where you're going to say it's now part 2. So commission, correction, part 2, and save. So for example, if you were doing like a fee correction, put fee correction part 1, fee correction part 2, so forth. Again, you just pop into your figures. You don't touch anything else. So rating amounts, double click into it. And this time you're going to plus everything because you're now doing the correction and it now will be a plus. So again, my premium was 1,000 and this is where I'm going to come into my commission and I'm going to override it. And this is where I'm going to make it 25 like I previously stated. So it was incorrect. It shouldn't have been 18, it should have been 25. I'm now going to press OK. That was nearly £70 that was missed out on. Obviously, you want to make sure you guys are getting your correct commission and save. Popping into your premium summary then, again, adding in your fees. So again, these are going to be pluses, so they will have no minus in front of them. Run that completely through. Again, welcome to double check it on that new business line. Make sure you've got your figures correct. Obviously, your commission is now going to be different because that's where the correction lies. But the total figure that the client paid has remained exactly the same. Okay. From here, then, you run it through the Accept wizard. Saying exactly the same like we did with the first one. So next, run it all through. Again, you get your documents. You can just confirm it's been sent and accept. Remember, you need to invoice it through to the same method. So again, it's done as cash. Perfect. Same thing applies as we did to the first one and post invoice. Hopefully this one will be a little bit quicker compared to the first one. There we go. That's playing ball a bit more better. There we are. Again, now you'll get an invoice come through with that plus amount. Perfect. Lovely then. So that's it complete. So at the minute on the new business line, obviously the premium summary will still have the original 18 because we haven't physically affected the new business. We've just done a correction in the background. So with the first declaration, we now have it as a minus, so the 1,220. And now we have the second declaration as a plus, the 1,220. But this time, obviously, with the commission being corrected on the premium summary. Now, what will happen here then if I pop into the accounts? You should see what is going on. So if I just bring it across, you can now see that's the original new business that I've just ran through. So that's the original one I put through that has the incorrect commission. We've now got then the first declaration here, which is a minus. So it's equaling each other out. And then you've got the correction on top here. So like I said before, the accounts will go in, they will reconcile this, and they will continue with that second declaration with the amended commission. Perfect. The only thing then just to briefly remember is when you do process an MTA or process a renewal, please then double check your commission at that stage. So if you see there's sort of a declaration and you know the commission was incorrect, that's why we'll say, put the labels here. Make sure you sort of double check that when it comes to your MTAs and renewals to make sure you're getting the correct commission there and you're not having to do another double declaration. Perfect. So that is double decks then. There is obviously a guide available on Buddy as well. So if you wanted to use that with this video, you're welcome to do so. If you have any issues at all, obviously please reach out to the Acturis team. So remember that is acturis@movapartnership.co.uk. Any questions or queries, reach out and we will help. Thanks.